Hey guys, we're going to go over the sample assessment material for IAL in IT. Now you've got section B, 120 minutes. That's not a lot because you need to spend 50 minutes around on exercise 4, 50 minutes on exercise 5, and then you've got exercise 6, which you need at least 10 minutes to go over. So let's start with this one, exercise 4. It says topside skateboarding and retail outlet decided to skateboarding. It wants you to redesign its website. You must develop sample page using the wireframe provided below. This is the layout of the page. All numbers are in pixels, so you've got all the details of the page here plus the details of each section. So we need to create a new page. We have to use the HTML, the UTF-8. Search engine should find this page if there was skateboarding, so we need the meta tags here, keyword, HTML5 elements, fixed page layout, include a link to the lessons page. The lessons page is, we don't have the lessons page, do we? Yeah, that's in discrepancy again from Pearson anyway. Include an image slide to present images. Include background information. Use an external style sheet that is linked to the HTML file. Float all components to left. So there is no lessons page here. It's just blank page and text background. So we'll create a new HTML file. We're going to call it index or skateboarding or whatever, because it doesn't actually specify. And we'll start a new blank page. I'm not really a fan of copy pasting, but in this case it will save a lot of time. So if we go back to the blank page I did it with Notepad, you can copy the major code there, so you don't need to retype it. We already have the first section that says the meta tag to be UTF-8. This is the skateboarding page. You don't need that. You need the meta tag for description, meta name and description. Sorry, not description. Meta tag name should be keywords. And the content should be what it says here. Search engine should find the space for skateboarding. So skateboarding, and that's our meta tag for search engines. Use a fixed page layout, include a link to the lesson page, include an image slider to present images, include background information. Use an external style sheet that is linked to the HTML page. So let's create that external style sheet, which is link relevance. That's a style sheet type equals text CSS, the href. We can call it skateboarding.css or mystyle.css or whatever you want to call it. Should still work. Now we will create the CSS file. I just want to say, or better remind everyone, that this is just one way or one example or one method of solving the exercise. It's not the only one and definitely not the best one. It's just a good solution to give you an idea of how to do it. So let's go back to the question. We've done the major things we can do from these bullet points, and now it's time to go over the CSS and start working with the components. So back to the CSS, it says that, or we should use a fixed width. So width would be 1024 pixels. Is it 1024? 1024 pixels. To verify that, and all components should float left. To verify that, can go back to our wireframe. Yeah, 1024 is the whole width. Then go back to the header. It says set the background color to navy, position logo and title as shown on the wireframe. So I'll create a header container here. That will be margin left 20 pixels, wireframe, margin top 20 pixels, and the width of this one should be 900. Width equals 900 pixels. Height was 120 pixels, and I think that's my header. Now in the header, set the background color to navy. We need to set the background color and then position the images. So background color, that will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. That's the navy. And back to the index page, we need the header, div class equals header container, and inside that we need the logo src equals what's the logo image now? The logo image, we're here, the logo image is inside the images, logo.png. So to get there we need images folder, logo.png, yeah, and then we need the header images, what is it called, title.png, title, I'm just going to be title.png. We'll just give it a try and see what we came up with. Index, there you go. Top side skateboarding, the background color is now coming up. We need to see why. Now what I've done on purpose here is to actually show you my mistakes, because I want you to know how to troubleshoot. Every programmer knows that nothing actually works right the first time, so we need to get it fixed. How do you troubleshoot? So my background color doesn't come up. I need to see why. I'm going to go back to the CSS. My CSS seemed to work, the link, because I already have the. So as I was saying that my link works because I've seen the margin left and top. What I forgot here, now that I'm looking at the class, a class you have a dot. So I forgot that dot right there. So this is a class. So if I go back and refresh, I need to save and refresh, and there you go. Alright, let's check out the wireframe. Yeah, so that's my logo and image. The image though has to have a 30 pixel padding and this has to have 20 padding. So sorry, it's not padding, it's margin. This is the margin. So I need to go back and create 2 new classes, one for this and one for that. There's another way to do that. You can use an in style CSS inside the tags, but I prefer using classes, so I find it easier. So IMG logo, this is my class, and I need margin top, again 20 pixels, and then margin left, again 20 pixels. That will be my logo class, and then I need another class for my title. Again, I need a margin top to be of 30 pixels as the wireframe, such as so 30, 20, 20 top and left. Alright, and the width of this is 620 by 70, so the logo is width equals 90 pixels, height equals 90 again, and again width is 900, and height is checking the wireframe. No, that's 620 by 70, so 70 pixels. This is 620, 620, and that's it. So if I go back and apply the classes, this is IMG logo, and this is IMG title. Go back to mine. There you go. Alright. So that's it for the header. So the background, so navigation bar, create a graphical link that is the same size and in the same position shown in the wireframe, has the background color set to navy, includes logo, PNG position as shown on the wireframe, opens blank page. What is the wireframe? This says navigation bar in the outside, but I guess this is what they want because you've got the lessons here. So this bit is my navigation bar, so it has to be 60 pixels from that one. It has to be, so we'll create the container first, 120 by 120, and we'll get the rest. So CSS class container for the navigation bar, so nav bar container, you need margin top, will be 60 pixels, margin left, that will be 20 pixels, and then you need background color, that will be navy 000, and you need width, was it 120 by 120? We'll check now. Yeah, 120 by 120, 60 and 20 here, because it's aligned with the header container. So that's our navbar container, which we can create it here. Can use a div class equals navbar container, and then we've got IMG. We'll use the same one again. Yeah, we can use the same one. so no need to type in this case. And so let's see how it looks. Where's the wireframe? So it's got the same padding as the other one, so we can use the same class. And there you go. Yeah, why not? So that's fine. It looks like the wireframe. There's one problem we didn't solve. It says has the background includes the logo position, opens blank page. So we'll do the link to open the blank page. So we need ahref equals blank page dot html, and that is our link right there. Let me just make sure that blank page is spelled correctly, which is not. So that's our that's our link. There you go, blank page. It works. It works like a charm. So if you want to have the extra, it says lessons here, which should point to lessons. We can actually create that as well. Lessons page doesn't exist, but we can give it a try. Just ahref equals lessons page.html, even though it doesn't exist. So lessons a, that should be it. It should be inside. Let's look at the wireframe. Should be inside that 100 by 20 by 120, 20 pixels margin. Why is it not inside that one? Let's find. So I was trying to figure out why lessons goes outside, and probably that's why, because we have used the class from the previous logo. So let's get rid of that, refresh, and I've done one more thing. I've used inline styling to get rid of the underline. So text decoration in the link, no underline, as shown in the wireframe. So I want to get these two now be to the right. You can align. You don't need this class. Actually, I haven't used the class for these two. I'm going to use an inline styling. So for example, here you can use inline CSS. So style equals padding top. Let me check the wireframe. Yeah, padding top 20 pixels. And then if you refresh, yeah, that's it. And we can text align center both of them. Just align. There you go. There you have it. Lessons. Lovely. So let's move on. That was the navigation bar. Now the image slider. Incorporate the image slider into the web page and position it as shown on the wireframe. The code for the image slider can be found in the assets image folder. Add the 4 images provided to the image. So it says incorporate. So image slider, there's already a website, a web page, sorry, for image slider, but we need to incorporate it. We cannot use the HTML page. So I'm going to copy the style then. I'm going to copy the style into my style, save it, and then I'm going to copy this class with its JavaScript, because apparently the script is done for us. Now we'll copy this one to my HTML page underneath. So I can use a comment if I want, saying that this bit is the image slider, copy it from the corresponding web page, and I can paste it here. So that's my slider, and this is how it looks. You can see nothing there. Why? Let's check. There's no image. So where's my image? So I'm here now, so I need to go image slider, images, and then get the images. So image slider, images, and then slider 1a.png, slider 1a.png. I can copy this whole bit, copy, paste it here, change slider 1b, then paste, that's gonna be slider 2b, and then slider 3b. Alright, let's see how it looks then. Refresh, there you go. There's one problem. Images don't slide. I only see one image. Why is that? I need to go back to my JS. I'm here, yeah? I'm right here. That's my page index. So image slider JS. My code says JS. It cannot find that folder. So I need image slider JS and image slider JS. And I've seen another mistake here. I've pasted this in the wrong place. Alt goes for alternative. That's an alternative to the image. It shows a text when the image cannot be displayed. Save, go back to my page, refresh. There you go, my images slide. Let's put that image slider now where the wireframe wants it to be. It wants it to be right here. So we have 20 pixels margin plus 120, that's 140. We need a bit of space there. Let's make it 150. So CSS, we've got this class slider. So let's go to the class slider. I'm not gonna close that, I don't need it. Let's go to the class slider in my, so margin left, that would be 150 pixels we set. Let's give it a try. There you go. And now we need to move the top. Now the top, so margin top should be a negative number. Should be a negative number. Sorry for all those messages, phone calls and all that. This is what happens during a recording. Margin top, let's make it minus 100 pixels. There you go. Where's the wireframe? I want it to be higher up, so we need maybe 50 pixels more. 150 as well. There you go. Perfect. Alright, so what's next? Image slider, we've done that. Background information, import background as an iframe. Now we can actually use the web page, so we need an iframe to do that. Size and position the iframe is shown on the wireframe. Use the following font. The text must not have a border. Let's get the iframe done first. The good thing about most of the commands is that you can actually use the name. So iframe here, I'm going to use my iframe source. What's the name? Text background text HTML, and that will be my iframe. Yeah. There it is. I need to just put it there. No borders, it says. No borders, meaning what? These borders. And I'll just import text as an iframe, size and positioning. Again, we'll use left and top. So I have this is I need to get a size for this one, 450 by 300. So slider width 450 pixels, height 300 pixels. Okay, and then I need this one to be here, so I have 450 plus 150, that's 600. Yeah, so that's with my iframe. Margin left. The 600 can be less. It's too much. 600, maybe 500, and this can be 250. So 520. Alright, we just need to move this up a bit. If you cannot move this up, worst case scenario, you can use absolute position, absolute, and alright, and size width is 300 by 200. Okay, what's next? We've got the footer, copyright, 50 pixels height. That's the only thing. So footers, the background color, style. Okay, we forgot Arial, Helvetica, Sans Serif, the font, and the no border. So we need to go back, iframe, border, none, and font family, there would be font family Arial. Actually, I don't need this. Arial, comma, Helvetica, comma, sans serif. Sorry for the messages, guys, they don't seem to stop coming in. Sans serif, there you go. And that's it. Set the background color to navy. So we'll create in our CSS a class. We don't need a class, we can use the footer background color. That would be navy again. 480. We need height to be 50 pixels. Set the background color, style the text to be white, color white, and 50, yeah. And for the copyright, don't need to set the class because I didn't use one. I used the HTML tag directly. So let's refresh our page. We get the footer. Copyright should be in the center. So CSS, we can do that text align center, yeah, there you go. That's it. There's one thing I've done wrong, and that's the name of the page. It says to save it as Q4 finished, and Q4 finished CSS. So we need to go back, change the reference to the CSS to Q4 question or for finished, yeah. We can close the index now, go back and change it to question for finished. There you go. The link to the yeah, because I didn't rename my CSS to Q finished. Save, open again, there you go. Perfectamente. Excellent.